When peace finally settles into the heart of an old man, he doesn't yearn for more time. He regrets how much of it he wasted worrying. He doesn't long for youth or money. He wishes he'd embraced the simplicity of each day, noticed the warmth of the sun more, and cared less about things that never really mattered. In the end, we realize that most of the things we chase are distractions, while the quiet moments we overlooked were the real blessings. Life doesn't always get harder. Sometimes we just become too forgiving to people who never deserved our softness. We lose pieces of ourselves trying to be everything for everyone, not realizing that patience and kindness, when given to the wrong people, become the very reasons for our suffering. True wisdom is not in loving endlessly, but in knowing when to stop pouring into an empty cup. A quiet danger in life is believing that people will treat you based on your worth, but many people treat you through the lens of their own insecurities and damage. They project their pain, and in doing so, they can diminish your light if you're not careful. Hurt people often hurt others without intent, and unless you're aware, you might start thinking you deserve it. You cannot help someone who only listens to defend or who clings to their destructive habits like a safety blanket. Change requires awareness, and not everyone is ready to be aware. Some people would rather stay in chaos than face the silence where truth speaks. You must understand when your help becomes harm to them and to yourself. Letting go doesn't always come with closure or a grand conversation. Sometimes it's a quiet moment alone, a deep breath, and a choice to walk away without resentment. Peace often looks like distance. It's not about winning the argument, but about reclaiming your energy and refusing to be drained any longer. In a world that glorifies attention and performance, the most valuable skill you can develop is restraint. Not every comment deserves your response, and not every challenge deserves your time. The more you mature, the more you'll treasure your silence. Your energy is sacred. Treat it as such. Respect isn't earned through brand names or flashy appearances. True dignity is in the details: clean clothes, steady posture, and the way you speak when no one's watching. You don't have to look rich to command respect, but you must show that you respect yourself. That quiet self-care speaks louder than any designer label ever could. Missing someone doesn't mean you made the wrong choice to let them go. It just means your heart is healing from a bond that mattered. Even when you know the decision was right, your emotions need time to catch up to your logic. Some goodbyes hurt, not because you want them back, but because you gave something real. You never stop needing a nourishing environment. No matter your age, where you are matters. If you're surrounded by criticism, limitation, or emotional drought, your spirit will shrink. Change is hard, yes, but the longer you stay somewhere that drains you, the more you forget who you could have become. There comes a point where you have to stop explaining your worth. If your silence is the only time you're valued, it's time to go. If your loyalty is expected without reciprocation, that's not love, it's entitlement. Repeated apologies with unchanged actions are simply manipulation wearing politeness as a mask. Not everyone cheering for you is in your corner. Some smile at your growth while secretly hoping you shrink back down. When you outgrow others' expectations, they often accuse you of changing, but growth was always the goal. Be careful who claps for you. Not every applause is sincere. True support becomes visible when you stop being useful to someone. When your absence doesn't inconvenience them, but disappoints them, that's when you know who truly values you. Many love your helpfulness. Few love your boundaries. Telling the truth might make you unpopular, but it will bring you peace. Speak it anyway. You weren't born to fit into every room. The people who matter won't be threatened by your honesty. They'll be thankful for it. Truth clears the fog, even if it clears the room first. With age comes the realization that self-awareness is the gateway to real growth. Nothing changes until you admit what's broken. It's easier to stay busy than it is to sit with our pain. But true healing only begins when you stop running and start facing what you've avoided. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you could become. Without it, you're a prisoner to your own impulses. Real freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's having the self-control to do what's necessary, even when it's uncomfortable. To forgive first isn't a weakness, it's clarity. The one who lets go isn't giving up. They're refusing to be held hostage by resentment. And the one who walks away calmly is often the one who's made peace with their past, even if others haven't. Finding the right person is wonderful, but having the courage to walk away from the wrong one is a deeper strength. Staying in something because of history, fear, or habit isn't love, it's self-abandonment. Choose peace over potential. Choose presence over promises. If something is draining you, ask yourself why you keep returning to it. Love shouldn't feel like a burden, and relationships shouldn't feel like survival. If your peace is the price, you're overpaying. Forgiveness doesn't mean inviting someone back into your life. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is let go silently and never open that door again. That isn't cold, it's self-care. Once you stop chasing approval, closure, or control, life begins to feel lighter. What you stop feeding will stop growing, and what you accept with wisdom will stop hurting. You may not get the answers you were hoping for. You may never receive the apology you deserve, but you can choose clarity. You can stop arguing with what is and begin creating what can be. So take a moment, breathe, trust that even if today feels heavy, even if tomorrow is uncertain, you are walking toward better days. Maybe not now, but eventually, yes, eventually, everything will be okay. Life doesn't always speak in loud moments. It whispers through regrets, quiet realizations, and the people we lose along the way. But within every mistake, every goodbye, and every turning point lies a lesson meant to guide us home to ourselves. The wisdom we shared today isn't just for the elderly, it's for anyone willing to pause, reflect, and live with a little more intention. If you're still here, still growing, still healing, then you're already doing better than you think. Carry these lessons gently, and remember, it's never too late to become the wiser, stronger version of you. Thank you for watching. Now go live a life that won't need explaining.